So what is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another New World video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about gear score. Now, gear score is really important for this video game because it's how you get to the maximum amount of damage, protection, ready to take on those high level bosses in the Shattered Mountain. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise let's get straight into this video. So New World has one of the best loot systems I've seen in a video game for a long time. It's not using average like in Destiny, it's actually looking at per slot. So for example, my hat here is 525. That means that my new threshold is 525, meaning that I have a small chance every time a hat drops for it to be above 525. It doesn't mean that every time I get a hat it's going to be above 525, and that is also dependent on the enemies we fight. So for example, when you go through to the Shattered Mountain, you will see enemies all the way up to level 66. Meaning that if you kill a level 60, it will have its own little mini threshold. We don't know exactly what that threshold is right now, but it will probably be around 510 to 515. And then as you progress up, level 61 might be up to 535, 62 up to 540, and you get the idea. So you'll be progressing up to 600 as you kill much more enemies. Now obviously when you are trying to kill those enemies that are a much higher level, say 66, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. So obviously running in groups is going to be really preferable because you're going to be able to do a ton of damage. However, that's not always the case, and there are some ways that you can get a gear score higher item without needing to kill a level 66 enemy. And one of the ways you can do that is actually by using a side mission that will proc for you when you reach level 60. Now at the moment you will get a couple procs straight away when you hit 60, and they will be up in Shattered Mountain, and you will just get, you know, like the little side mission symbol like this, and they'll be up there, and they are weapon mastery missions. And at the end of those they will give you a 580 item. So this is my 580 life staff. Now this does not count towards my snapshot, my watermark for the slot. So anything that you get that is on the ground or in a chest will count. If it is traded, if it is crafted, if it is a mission reward, it will not count to your watermark. That being said, it will count to the amount of damage that you'll be able to output, and you'll be much stronger to take on those higher level enemies. So what I recommend you do is you actually focus on level 60s. When you start dunking on level 60s, move up to 61s, particularly if you're solo. If you can get into groups, then feel free to run around. There's some great areas at the top of Shattered Mountain here and here that are open world dungeons, but there are really tough enemies in there. So just be careful if you're going in there solo, because you're probably going to get your ass handed to you. Once you start progressing up the system and get to gear score 600 or getting close to 600, you will need to be killing enemies 65 plus. So that'll be in the Shattered Mountain. There are some level 60s around in Ebonscale up here. I have a video on that to get yourself started, to get you into the 510s, the 520s. There's also a ton of enemies in Reekwater as well that are 60 plus. And there is a nice bear here next to this outpost in the Shattered Mountain that is a 64, very weak to nature damage. It's not actually that difficult to kill, so I recommend just farming him for a little bit as well. At the moment, nobody has seen any legendary weapons drop, which means we think that you must have to be a certain level for legendary weapons to drop on gear score. A couple of people have had legendary shields, but as of yet, no legendary weapons have dropped at all. So it'll be really interesting to see once people start getting higher and you know, on 600, when the farms really start coming into play. I have tried farming legendary items and legendary weapons at 60 and have got no dice, and I have been doing it for hours. So there you have it, guys. In summary, each slot has its own little gear score, and you will get incremental benefits by farming higher enemies through the video game. Once you get up to 600, hopefully we start seeing those shiny legendaries. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise I'll catch you on the flip.